Hello, I'm Fox, the technical evangelist at Losant. Today I'm here to tell you about our latest platform announcement. Up until now, Losant has been a critical piece in helping our customers collect data from hardware and present that in a way that's valuable for them and their customers. But that's really only one piece of IoT. After collection, there is a wealth of value in that data that's waiting to be tapped into. And that's why we created Losant Notebooks. To tell us all about it, I have Anthony Canterbury, our lead backend engineer. Anthony, thank you for joining me today. I wanted to have you here because you are kind of the subject matter expert within Losant about this realm of this new feature. So can you tell us a little bit about Losant Notebooks and some use cases of why even someone won't even want to use these?
Okay, basically Losant Notebooks is a collection of new features that we've added to the platform for doing batch analytics.
Got it.
And so we've taken some of the most popular open source tools and libraries, and we've integrated that into the platform where you can utilize your data to then control an application.
Got it.
So a simple case would be, say, a conference room or a room that you would want to know what the traffic is like. So you could monitor that with devices today in the platform. But then to actually go back and look at historical data, that's been complicated. So now we have it to where you can run a notebook on that historical data and find out when the high traffic times are. Another more complex example would be, say you have a factory that has high electricity costs. So every time you turn on that factory, every time you run to build a product, it would behoove you to go and actually analyze the data of what it costs per hour for electricity, so you could run predictive analytics on that through a notebook.
So everyone wants to do this in IoT. If I wanted to approach this problem before notebooks, what was I doing and how does it work now?
So before, it was all up to you to figure out how you were going to export that data and then get it into your personal system that you've set up to actually run analytics on. And then you would have to manually import that data back into the Losant platform. So today we've tried to simplify that and automate that in a way to where just with 5 simple steps, you should be able to run batch analytics.
Awesome, take us through these steps.
Okay, so first step would be you need to choose the data that you want to bring into the notebook. So this could be device data, device tags, data tables, or an external source, which also could be an internal file within the Losant platform. Step 2, it's recommended that you export that data after selecting it so that you can test and verify within a notebook locally. Step 3, upload your custom Jupyter Notebook file that is configured to read and analyze this input. And then step 4, describe where you would like the output from that notebook to go. So you might want to put it in a data table or a Losant file. Step 5, then you execute the notebook. Simple as that. Now you might want to go get some coffee or go down the street to your favorite coffee shop, because this could take a while depending on how much data you're inputting or how complex the notebook is.
So just to kind of recap, what I'm doing is, say I want to solve the conference room problem you mentioned earlier. I need to tell Losant, all right, what data do I need to answer this question? And then I'm going to download that data and build a notebook locally to analyze it, like a notebook locally. And then once I'm done with that, then I can upload that notebook back to Losant and tell Losant, all right, this notebook will produce something. And we could tell Losant what that something is, and then do something with that output, like you mentioned, files, and put it back in the data table.
Yeah, and then we've created a couple new workflow nodes to make that easy to integrate. So you can fire a trigger, say, when the execution of the notebook's done, or you could fire off a new notebook through a new output notebook node. So,
that's nifty.
Yeah, and then that data can then be easily imported into an experience or a dashboard.
Got it. So we've been talking about like building notebooks a lot. So what is an actual notebook? How do I build it?
So Losant Notebooks uses Jupyter Notebooks, and Jupyter Notebooks are It's an open source web application for building what's called a computational notebook. And a computational notebook is really just a mixture of code and word processing to analyze data. And in our implementation, we also use Python 3, and we use a lot of the popular scientific libraries like NumPy, SciPy, Pandas, and then even TensorFlow.
Oh, that's cool. So would any Losant user be able to go and pick up Losant Notebooks?
Although I don't think it's that difficult to pick up and learn Jupyter or Python, it's got a pretty low barrier of entry. To really get full use out of the platform today, it's better that you have some data science background and possibly Python.
So the more you know about data science and Jupyter, the more comfortable and familiar you're going to be with solving problems within notebooks.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I really appreciate your input, and hopefully it was helpful for everyone listening. Notebooks are a powerful Losant feature. So powerful, in fact, if you are familiar with machine learning, you could train models right from within a notebook. And this is only the beginning. To help you along the way, in the documentation, we have a writing guide that provides some resources to help you build notebooks. As always, we really care about your feedback. With your input and our ideas, we can continue to build the best platform for you. Let us know what you think in the Losant forums. Until next time, stay connected.